Jesus, aka Yeshua, right? Yeshua is a real person or was a real person, because I've been to Egypt. You've been to Egypt. I don't know if you guys went to Coptic Cairo after I left to see the house where he actually slept in, which is now a Coptic church. So, and also the entire path that he took through Egypt, staying from home to home, is all there documented, well documented in Egypt. So he disappears from the Bible at the age of 12, and he goes on this journey. He goes to Tibet to learn Reiki healing and Qigong. He goes to India to learn the mystic arts. And then all the way back, he's teaching reincarnation. This is in the Gospel of the Holy 12, which was withheld from the biblical canonized Bible. And so you're talking about a person that had a high vibration that may even have been an avatar. Could he even be Thoth, right? Could he be Hermes, come back in a different way? Instead of transferring to another body, say, I'm going to come back through the womb this time.
I mean, you look at like films like The Zeitgeist, where they show the overlapping stories of a virgin birth and
so many times
throughout so many different creation stories.
It's like it just keeps happening. I'm going, man, this must be the avatar. He could be the avatar. And when you look even deeper, for example, Jesus's grandmother was also a virgin birth. So the virgin birth now has Mary, and then Mary has the virgin birth of Yeshua. So it just seems to be something is going on here throughout time and throughout history where this story just keeps popping up over and over again, always coming out through this virgin birth, and this person becoming like this ascended master avatar, which is pretty interesting, And so you see this across different civilizations, across different times. When he reappears in a biblical text, it's at the age of 32. The Bible picks up and says, I call my son out of Egypt. That's what the Bible says. God is saying, I'm calling my son out of Egypt. He shows up riding it on the back of a donkey in Jerusalem and proclaiming himself to be the Messiah. Now, some of the words that Jesus spoke, I believe, were remixed and changed because the Bible was not written in real time. I think this is where a lot of people don't understand how the Bible became to be. They think somebody was running around, say that one more time, Jesus, I just want to get that last sentence. The Bible was written long after he was already gone, long after all those people were gone. The Bible was written from 100 AD to 900 AD by followers of who? Hermes. Now, it wasn't even written as a Bible. This was just text that was copied from ancient tablets and papyruses onto parchment paper and then stored inside of vases in caves because they couldn't talk about it anywhere else. And over time, people would discover these vases and put together these papers and then rewrite them and copy them and turn them into what became many books and eventually became a canonized book after they handpicked and curated what they wanted. A lot of the information in that book is all from the Enuma Elish, the Epic of Atrahasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Mahabharata, some of the Bhagavad Gita, the Egyptian book of Going Forth by Day. I mean, I can just keep going on and on and on, all these tablets, right? The Code of Hammurabi, and they turned this into a religious text when a lot of it really originally wasn't. It was spiritual enlightenment. Somebody saw, well, if I can remix this a little bit here, a little bit there, wow, I can control the masses with this information. And so the problem that you have with what happened there is that is like a fish inside of a fish bowl, religion. But spirituality is what it was meant for, is like a fish inside of the ocean. And so you can even put the fish bowl in the ocean, but they can't leave the bowl, right? If you put a cap on it, it's going to swim around in the bowl, in the ocean, and never experience the true fullness of what it means to be an ascended being. And so that's why it's so important for us to educate people on what really happened. I believe that these avatars that exist like Yeshua, I believe that they taught an incredible positive message that had been twisted and skewed over time. And I really do believe that we are here to learn this message today and to incorporate it into our lives, and that the return of the Christ is the return of the Christ consciousness. That when Jesus returned, it's not him returning, it's the consciousness returning of the Christ mind. And that comes back in all of us. And by that method, the second coming will return to the planet.